Call of Duty's just in such a bad spot right now, dude. I don't think Call of Duty has ever been in a worse spot than it is right now. It's kind of depressing, to be honest.
All right, guys. Well, there it is from the GOAT himself, Scump, speaking on the state of Call of Duty, how it's the worst he's ever seen it. He goes on in that clip to speak on the state of ranked, how there's cheaters and hackers all over the place, and how all the content creators are switching over to Marvel Rivals. I get a lot of people asking me about that game. I have tried that game. And anybody who likes it, like, I can see why you could find the game fun. Personally, I don't think the game is for me. I can't see me doing anything with it content-wise. Baby boy is absolutely in love with that joint. We can't get him to stop playing. You know what's bad when I got to give them the boo-boo, listen to your mother. Like, he is absolutely obsessed with that game. I can see why it appeals to a lot of people. It looks like a lot of fun. I've tried. I might try it again, you know, when I have a little bit more time and give it one last fair shot. It seems like a cool game, man. It doesn't seem like it's for me. If you like it, that's cool, man. It's no hate at all. Just that's where I'm at with it right now. But a lot of people switch over to Marvel Rivals. A lot of people are just tired of Call of Duty. Check this post out from Sir Charles Shillintel. I might have to stop calling him that. Call of Duty is reaching new lows on Steam, slowly falling in player count on PS5 and Xbox. Ranked play is overrun by hackers that can take down servers. But here's Call of Duty tweeting about a new licensed bundle. It's beyond embarrassing at this point. Call of Duty with the post. The only way to stay on top is fight. The Squid Game 2. The VIP's Tracer Pack is now available in the Call of Duty store. Everything is available in the goddamn Call of Duty store. And Charles, man, just like Charles out here doing the Lord's work, talking some real shit, Charles. And the amount of butthurt virgin nerds that I'm seeing under his recent posts calling out Call of Duty, actually being honest with his following, the amount of nerds that are so like crying rivers under these posts. Because you said me words but to Call of Duty. I hate that. You say me words but to Call of Duty. Like, they really don't like that shit. But they can't unfollow. Like, that's the funny thing, right? If they don't want to see Charles being negative about Call of Duty, criticizing Call of Duty, instead of just unfollowing him and moving on with their lives, no, they can't. They need to defend the piece of plastic, the video game, the Call of Duty. So good on Charles for speaking up about this, but here's what I have a problem with. Call of Duty could come out here with Season 2 and clean up their anti-cheat a little bit, get some of these cheaters and hackers out of the game. They could clean up the servers maybe a little bit. We all know that's probably not going to happen, but let's just say they do. So they clean up some of these problems. Not fully, but they clean them up a little bit, right? Enough. And these knob gobblers, they're going to go from telling the truth to knob gobbling again. Even though the game is still going to have the most toxic matchmaking we've ever seen in video game history, and we're only talking about public fucking matches. We ain't talking about ranked or anything else, just pubs, man. This game is still going to have the most toxic matchmaking we've ever seen, and they're going to go back to knob gobbling again. Just because they cleaned up the anti-cheat a little bit, they cleaned up the servers a little bit, maybe they tweaked the spawns or something. Oh, the game is great. Best COD ever. Best game ever made of all time. This is the greatest Call of Duty we've ever seen, cuh. Now, I know a lot of these dudes reverse boost, or they were two-boxing or whatever, even if they're not actual content creators, like they don't come out here with gameplay of any sorts or anything like that. I know a lot of them reverse boost. They don't mind the matchmaking because they circumvent it. They can guarantee themselves a casual experience with the matchmaking that Call of Duty has. And if you're not two-boxing, if two-boxing is not working anymore, you could just rinse it off, man. You can get yourself Chronos, and you could just rinse that shit off while you're sleeping. And when you get up and jump on the game, you're good to go for hours. You got some just normal Call of Duty lobbies. You ain't in a CDL Pro MLG pub tournament. I have no problem with anybody that wants to circumvent this matchmaking. I've said this in so many videos, man. Just because I don't do it, I have zero problems with anybody who does it. Why do you think I'm out here complaining about the matchmaking as much as I do? Because I'm in the trenches with everybody else. See, these nerds, they like to label me as a reverse booster and two-boxer just because I don't have a problem with it. It's like, you have to be doing it because you don't have a problem with it. And hell yeah, I have zero respect for these geeks, these dweebs, these straight up beta fucking males. that get out here and quote unquote expose people who are honest with their following. You goddamn right. I have no respect for these clowns out here exposing people, actually tell everybody what they're doing. Oh, I'm exposing you, man, because I'm Activision's good little soldier. Like, get the fuck out of my face with that shit, bruh. Now, if Call of Duty just comes out here magically, majestically, and fixes the game with their next update for Season 2 or even Season 3, let's say, they just completely fix the game, everything is good, I'll be out here with the Knob Gobblers praising the game. You guys have never seen me cover a Call of Duty yet that I actually love, just outright love from start to finish, really zero problems with the game. I've never had that opportunity on this channel because I started it basically during this modern pussy era of Call of Duty. I've never really had that chance, man, and it sucks. I would have loved to have this channel doing commentaries, at least when, say, Black Ops 3 was out. You guys would have seen a different style of content on this channel with that game. We would have had a lot of fun with it, man. I love me some Black Ops 3 or any of the OGs, the classics from the golden age. COD 4 to Black Ops 2, and I procrastinated back then. I thought about making videos a bunch of times back then, and I was like, you know what, maybe next year. And I kept procrastinating, man. I'm kicking myself in the ass for doing it because we could have turned it up on this channel if we were making these videos back then. But if COD wants to bring it out here and fix the game right now, I'll be out here praising it with them. But we already know they're going to band-aid a few things, and the matchmaking is still going to be toxic as hell. We're still going to see a bunch of these problems in the game. And these professional knob gobblers are going to be out here doing what they do best. Better yet, they're going to go back to complaining about the people still complaining. These are some of the reverse boosters I have a problem with. The ones that pretend like they're Call of Duty gods and the ones that circumvent the matchmaking. They don't experience the toxicity of the game in the way that we do. And they get butthurt and complain about people still complaining because we're not doing the shit that they're doing to give us these casual experiences on the game. We're just jumping on for a few games and playing. So we got to experience all the bullshit. And they feel like even though they are exploiting it, they feel like they have a right to actually complain about that. Call of Duty still has all the potential in the world. That's why all of us are still here at its core, at its foundation. There's a game here that we all once loved, but they keep making these stupid ass decisions. They keep fucking with the formula, bro. So hell yeah, people are not going to be happy with a full price game when they keep changing the game that they loved. All they got to do is just give us some fresh new perks, some new maps and shit, some new streaks. That's all they had to do with OG COD. That's all they had to do. But we're going to finish this video up with another embarrassing post from Modern Nerd Flanders Warzone. Now, it's saying for him that this Call of Duty post about the Squid Game 2 VIP's Tracer Pack, this was community noted on Twitter. When I went there, it wasn't showing it for me, but he took a screenshot of it. And they added, exercise caution when purchasing bundles from the Call of Duty store. There have been multiple reports indicating that one or more items within several bundles may not function as expected or may be changed to function differently after purchase. I've been hearing about this shit. Some of the emotes not working in the game. You guys know I don't hate Black Ops 6, man. I made that very clear on this channel. I actually really like the zombies. I don't love it. I really like the zombies, though. I think it's solid, but you know, the server issues, I've been running into them a lot over there in zombies, so I just decided to put the game down for a bit. We're just going to put it down until they clean up some of these issues. So I haven't really been on the game, paying attention to it, but I have been hearing about these emotes, and that's just, dude, you got $20, $30, $40 bundles in your full price game. People are buying this shit, and you can't even get that shit right. Like, that used to be the meme, right? Nothing works in Call of Duty, but them fucking bundles work, though. The store always works. And apparently now these $20 and $30 bundles, they can't even get them right because Call of Duty is just down bad right now. Something I did notice the last time I was playing Black Ops 6, though, I swear I had a couple of bots in my game. Wasn't reverse boosted gameplay, none of that shit. We were in a regular, true SBMM, EOMM lobby. And I swear, I wasn't recording, though. I just jumped on to get a little XP for the Battle Pass. So I can't even show you guys those clips, but I swear I had at least one, but possibly two bots in the gameplay. I was looking at them and I was just watching, like I was on a streak. And I stopped to watch what they were doing because I'm like, dude, that is not normal. You would have beamed me as soon as I came around that corner. Nah, cuz shit ain't adding up. And I got behind them. No homo. Pause, right? No homo. I got behind them. And I just watched them for a second without trying to get killed. And yeah, dude, I'm not saying they were for sure bots, but however these players got in my lobby doesn't make any sense. So there's something funky going on with this game. Everybody is justified in their complaints, and it's good to see these other quote-unquote content creators and influencers, whatever. It's good to see them having the same kind of message that I've had on this channel for years. You don't care about your game. You ain't taking care of your game. Game's broken as fuck. You out here peddling bundles in your full price game. I have zero tolerance for this nonsense, this greedy bullshit nonsense. And I have no respect for any of these clowns out here, these beta males defending this shit. But that's all I got for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you on the next one.